Hi everyone, welcome to Just Explain. In this video, I'm gonna talk about loops, and for that, I'll create a new Java project with the name loops and a new class inside this project with the same name. I'm gonna check on this box and let's type system.out.println hello world. Okay, so now think of a scenario when we need to print this message 100 or 1,000 times. Do you think programmers type the same print statement 100 or 1,000 times? There should be a better idea than that, right? Also think about using a software or a program like Notepad, for example. Okay, so when we are doing something, typing hello world or something like that, and when we try to close this, it gives us this message, and when we click on cancel, the message goes off, but the Notepad window is still on, and this gets repeated 100 or 1,000 or 1,000,000 times. So what do you think? The source code of the Notepad has 1,000,000 lines of code? Do you think that's not possible, right? So the explanation to all this is loops. So there are basically three types of loops we need to learn, and the first one is while loop, and the second one is do while, and the last one is for loop. So I'll show you the basic structure of how to write these loops. And to write a while loop, while a condition is true, repeat these lines of code and then close it. Okay, so the do you remember if statement, how we did if right here? So in case of if statement, when the condition was true, it simply did the job and then everything got finished. But in case of loops, what happens is this codes right here gets repeated multiple times when the condition is true. But if the condition is changed by the body of the loop, and it becomes false after like a certain times, like 100 times, then it gets terminated. So that is the main difference between while loop and if statement, if you are wondering. So let's take a look at do while loop now. It is very similar to while loop. The only difference is this do right here. And to write for do while loop, what we do is first we type do, and then we create the loop body, whatever we want to do, if something is true or false, and then we close the loop body, and then we give the condition right here, and then we close it. The main difference between while loop and do while loop is that the main body of the loop gets executed no matter this condition is true or false for the very first time, because you can see the flow of the code, because first it says do, so it is gonna do this job, and then it is gonna check. So for the first iteration, it is gonna perform these tasks, it is gonna execute the code, and then it will check the condition. So and if it becomes false, it is not gonna repeat it, but if it is true, then it gets repeated until and unless the condition is false. So in case of while, it checked the condition first and then it repeated, but in here it gets repeated for the first time, and then it checks condition whether to repeat it again or not. So that is the main difference. And now the final one is for loop. For is followed by a parenthesis where there are three things. The first one is a condition, and then the second no, the first one is action, and the second one is the condition, and the third one is another action that controls the iteration, or how many times to repeat, and something like that in the third part. And then we write the code to be executed in the loop body, like how we did for other loops, and then at last we close it. So this seems quite a bit complicated, but when you see the example, you're gonna be more familiar with this. um, this is just an introduction to loops. I haven't shown any code, any actual code. In next video I'll show you some examples for better understanding of loops. Thank you.